we found the original Macintosh all the way from 1984 in an Apple cafe. And we kind of wondered, is this the only Apple cafe in the world? We're Shev and Dev. We left our home in South Africa and booked a one-way ticket to a life we didn't even think was possible. Our goal is to pursue a life of full-time traveling and exploring together. We enjoy discovering the unknown and seeing places in a way that's never been seen before. So far, we have traveled to over 7 cities in Thailand, discovering all the weird and wonderful things it has to offer, from beautiful hotels, cafes, delicious food, and much, much more. So we hope you enjoy virtually traveling with us.
So something you should know about me, I'm a little bit of a giant tech nerd. So I enjoy watching reviews and reading articles about different tech that's coming out in terms of like laptops, new computers, phones.
He is a giant tech nerd.
Maybe just a little bit of a tech nerd. So today is super exciting for me. Since we got our Apple laptops, I became a little bit more invested in Apple as a company. I kind of did loads of research on the history, where the products came from, and actually totally obsessed with the company, to be honest. I just enjoy what they're doing, and the products we obviously use every day. I use them to edit our videos, and they've just really helped us be more efficient. I think that's something that I like about the Apple products.
Basically, he saw the Mac Cafe online and he was like, we have to go there. We have to go there now.
Absolutely. I saw it and I was like, we have to do this. We have to. This is #1 on our list. I'm so keen because what is a Mac Cafe? Like, do you get to work on a laptop? Can you buy one? Is it just a cafe with an Apple logo?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. Steve Jobs? Apple logos everywhere. I feel like a little kid, to be honest. I'm already excited.
Ice and a cappuccino hot.
This is so cool. They have like some of the original laptops.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't actually know that they were in black. I didn't know that.
No, me neither.
It shows how little I actually know. Oh, this is so cool. The iPhone 3G.
It's so tiny.
This was the second iPhone, I think. This was iPhone, then iPhone 3G.
Oh.
S. The boxes were so small. So cool. Which is this one? Oh, it's iPhone 5. Did you had this?
Yeah, I had an iPhone.
I've never had an iPhone.
And you love Mac. That's
I
preposterous.
love Apple products, but I've actually never had an
What is
iPhone.
that?
This is an iBook. No way.
iBook.
This is like being in a time capsule because we've got MacBooks, but we get to see the original MacBooks and where they come from and see how the development has happened so quickly. So this is the first PowerBook. So there was first a PowerBook, then the iBook, and then the MacBook came out. So the first MacBook came out in 2006. So these are really old. This is crazy.
I love how we say 2006 is really old.
Yeah, it feels like a long time. Everything's like hidden under the table. This is so cool. It's like here's an old MacBook. These are all hard drives, I think. Yeah, hard drives. That is so cool.
There's
So
little
they're hard
Steve.
drivers,
Hey guys.
processors. This is like an original Macintosh. That is so cool. That makes me sound very geeky. But that is so cool. That
So
is
it says the
so-
date there. What does it say?
Yeah, 1984.
Whoa.
This is what Steve created as the first laptop. Good job, Steve. Good job.
Well done, Steve.
Well done, Steve. So this is, I think this was the Macintosh 128, which means it was 128 kilobytes.
128K.
128K. That means
What?
less than one song. You can't even put one song on here.
What?
That is crazy.
What do you mean?
That is crazy.
It's even got one of those like floppy disk thingies.
That shows how young you are. I remember reading that this was originally $2,500 to buy. You can't even put one song in it. $2,500. So, like in today's equivalent, this would cost about $6,500. Jeez, that's a lot of money.
That's insane.
And it's so boxy. Really cool though. And this is like a table that you can work at. So this place is obviously like a time capsule of all Apple products, but it's also like a co-working space. So obviously all the Apple fans come here, they bring out their MacBooks. Everyone that's here has got like their AirPods in, their iPhones, and this is so cool. What a cool like historical working desk to be at.
This is like the best day ever.
This is like the best day ever. I feel like such a nerd. This is one of the original iMacs. It's so boxy.
Oh my
It's so
god.
big. This is
Wow.
all the different colored ones. Like the new iMacs also have different colors.
If only we knew like what it would be like now.
Yeah.
If they knew
If you
back in the
compared,
day.
like this iMac versus the brand new iMac that just got launched.
Oh my god.
Interesting. So this is, I think, the first iMac, if I'm not mistaken, which is the G3, and it's huge. It's crazy. And I think this was like $1,300 when it first came out. And there were a few, so I might be wrong with the numbers, but I think it only had like 4 gigabytes of storage. 4 gigs. That's crazy.
And this is the original color.
Yeah, this is, I think it's Bondi Blue,
That's like the first ever.
which is like the first ever. I think because Steve Jobs left Apple at one stage, and when he came back, I think this is what he worked on, the original iMac. So this is where it all started.
Is this another floppy thing? Oh no, it's the CD.
So this is, I think, 1998 it came out. So it's almost as old as you are.
No, that's rude. Okay, I'm still updating. So
You're still up and running.
I'm still
So
up and running.
You're still up and running.
Not like this dinosaur.
Crazy. So what do you think this looks like?
It reminds me of like a spaceship or like something that I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick to the ones like now because I think the older generation is gonna seriously roast me for this because I have no idea about this, and they're probably gonna be like, well, this is all that we know, and I'm like, I don't know anything about this. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
It's so cool to be like coming here and working. We're actually going to be editing our next video while we're here, and because you're surrounded by like all this history and all the Apple products, it kind of gives you like a cool work feel.
Oh yeah, like you kind of really want to do your work because you're surrounded by all the like history of Mac and Apple itself, and it's like so cool. And this is like the perfect place to come and work. You've got delicious coffee, you've got free Wi-Fi. So this is our very own like private room that we have at the moment. This is like obviously where people come to work and, you know, drink the delicious coffee and have some free Wi-Fi. But this is like kind of our setup for now, like our working station. And then obviously out there is where the table was. And over here there's more of the cafe.
No way.
This is quality.
What did I order?
You ordered a green tea latte?
Green tea latte. Right, I forgot. It's so cool.
Because it's green. I ordered a cappuccino and it's boiling hot. I have to have my coffee like hot, like really, really hot. And this is like a tea actually. It's tea and I got little biscuits. Oh. So we're probably just gonna sit for a while, do some work, and yeah, enjoy the rest of our day. Okay, I think this room is called like Macbook Heaven. You've got seriously a wide range of every MacBook you can think of, probably from the oldest to probably the latest.
This place is so cool because it's a cafe, so you can come and get some coffee. It's a co-working space, but it's also a second-hand store for all kinds of Apple products, as well as like a service center. So if you have a problem, they can come and fix it for you. And they have everything from earphones, they have the HomePod, they have laptops, iPhones, Big Macs. Like this is the brand new MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. If you know, you know. So this is amazing, but they also have some of the older stuff. So it's kind of like seeing the entire timeline of Apple in one place.
This is Shev bringing you the non-tech experience. I'm just going to basically say how cool things look from like way back when to how they look now. I mean, this is the new MacBook that is so slim, so sleek, which I absolutely love. But then you also get the old MacBooks, which are so thick. So this is so cool to see, like a black MacBook. I don't even know how old it is, but just to see like the actual thickness of the MacBook, which is so cool. Just like a non-tech perspective.
So many Apple products and so many iPhones in one place. So we've got some Apple Watches. These are all the new iPhones, the iPhone 12s, because they have a thinner box because there's no charger inside. This is iPhone 11. Everything here is second-hand. So if you want to buy a cheaper Apple product but still have the quality, this is the place to be.
Does this place take us down memory lane for everything MacBook, but it's also a really cool cafe and co-working space. You can order some food, you can drink some delicious coffee, and of course you can enjoy the free 5G Wi-Fi.
To compare like just how far technology has come, so this is one of the original first MacBooks that was launched in 2006, and then this is the 2020, so last year's MacBook Pro, and just look at the thickness. The same size, both 13-inch. That is ridiculous. This is crazy. And obviously the older ones, look at all the ports on the side.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. And they look...
Oh my gosh, that's a revelation.
That's crazy. And then on this side, there's obviously a CD or DVD drive. And
what is that?
My laptop doesn't have that because what is that?
We're just kidding.
Don't use that anymore. This is so crazy. So I researched that the original MacBook that was launched in 2006 had 60 or 80 gigabytes of hard drive space, where mine has 500. And in the memory, this had 512 megabytes of memory, where mine has 32 gigabytes. So that's 64 times more memory. That is crazy, and it's so thin and light. And this is actually quite heavy. This one doesn't even have the battery in. It's kind of cool to like be back in time and see this. Because we use Apple products now, we only know this era, so it's crazy to like go back and see where they've come from, and it's just exciting. I feel like I'm in a kid's toy shop, to be honest.
Yeah, he's like having so much fun, and I'm like, I have no idea what most of this stuff is, which really kind of exposes our age a little bit. And it's kind of cool to see how far Mac or Apple has come, and we are huge fans of Apple products. All of our products are Apple, so it's nice to see what they were like before to what they are now, but in a cafe. Like we found all of this. This is not a museum. This is just a cafe where you can have some coffee and enjoy technology.
We were actually discussing, would you actually come to a second-hand store and buy an Apple product? Would you?
Well, to be honest, this was so cool, but I'm seriously nervous when it comes to like buying second-hand products. So I don't know if I would buy a second-hand, especially if it's like a second-hand like Apple product or second-hand MacBook or something. I don't know if I would, because yes, you can get it at a cheaper price, but would it be, I always think like, is something wrong with it?
Yes.
Not to say that there is, but that's just how I am.
So maybe it's like amazing because you can get a cheaper price and still get a high quality Apple product, but maybe at the same time it's a bit risky. So I'm like on the fence. So before we came here, we actually looked on Google and looked on YouTube for an Apple cafe anywhere in the world, and we came up with absolutely nothing. So we actually want to know from you, is this the only Apple cafe? And if it isn't, please tell us where there is one, maybe in your city or in your country. We are curious to know.
And please let us know, would you ever visit a cafe like this? Is this something that you're interested in? And are you a huge Mac or Apple fan? Please let us know in the comments below.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please remember, after you subscribe, hit the little bell just to the right so you get notified on future videos that are coming out, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye!